Okay, everybody, what's going on here? Back again with another football video. So to start off for 2022 in terms of football, this is possibly one of the greatest games I've ever seen. I mean, we're talking about Juventus comeback over AS Roma because it looked like that AS Roma were going to win this game, but Juventus made a crazy second half comeback to win the game 4-3. And this is my take on the game. First of all, I'm hoping that Mourinho is not going to receive any blame because for this loss, I don't think it's fair to blame Mourinho because I feel like nowadays that it's very easy for people to just point the finger and, just put all the blame on Mourinho. But it's like, what I witnessed in the second half in this game was basically a defensive collapse by AS Roma. That's the best way that I can say this because in the first half, AS Roma, they were getting off to a very hot start. I mean, Mkhitaryan, he scored a goal off of a deflection, and then, AS Roma scored an absolutely beautiful world-class free kick to be up 3-1. And from that point on, even if you have a lead, you got to learn to defend. I feel like that in the second half, AS Roma just completely let their guard down because it's like in games like this, you cannot afford to give your opponent any space in the box. And, on two of those goals that I think AS Roma conceded in the second half, I think that those were just defensive blunders, okay? Because it's like, you can't give your opponent that much space. You got to be able to know how to guard every inch, every space inside the box so that, so that Juventus won't take advantage of it. But unfortunately for AS Roma, I feel like in the second half that they gave Juventus way too much space inside their own half. I mean, I don't know how you completely screw it up like that on the aerial duels, but, in this game, it just goes to show you, man, that, there's only so much that a manager can do. And in this case, I don't think that it's fair to put the blame on Mourinho because, at the end of the day, it should be the player's responsibility to not give up chunks of spaces inside the box. But unfortunately, that is what AS Roma did. And that's why I think they lost this game today. I mean, no other way to say this. Juventus, brilliant performance in the second half. I mean, come on now. They gave off just one of the craziest comebacks I've ever seen so far in football in 2022. And here's my take on this also. If AS Roma want to win these types of games, then, they have to learn to keep their foot on the gas pedal because I feel like that AS Roma just in the second half, they let their guard down, and that's why they let this game slip away from them. So one of the worst defensive collapses I've ever seen by AS Roma, but at the end of the day, it should be on the player's responsibility to know how to guard, areas of spaces inside the box instead of, just pointing the finger at Mourinho. So that's all I have to say about this game. This loss, definitely not Mourinho's fault. I mean, come on, you can't put that on Mourinho because, I mean, that's the thing with Mourinho is that he's a brilliant manager, but at the end of the day, the players just, the best way that I can say in the second half is that the AS Roma players, they just couldn't defend the lead. So that's all I have to say about this game.